PTV is where we gonna be today. What up, Jay?
I'm chilling, man. You see my situation.
Look
I'm
good
trying
over
to
there,
keep.
man. That's a good look for you, man.
I'm trying to keep her cool right now, Bill.
Okay. All right. Uh, Shouts out to my man Greg Hackett. This is something that we will be doing going forward every Wednesday, every Sunday. Sundays we on GHB TV. Y'all already know. Wednesdays we're gonna be on YSM Sports Media. Man, let's get into the shit, man. We'll start it off with Saul Canelo Alvarez is now rumored to be facing Jaime Munguia next, May 4th on PBC. What's your thoughts, Jay?
I thought first thing I'm thinking about when you let me know, I'm like, well, what's going on with PBC? I thought he was leaving there. Like, what's going on? Is the paperwork? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Jaime Munguia, I like the fight, but I don't like the fight. I don't like the fight because I believe that David Benavidez deserves the fight. I like the fight because Jaime Munguia has been showing that he's getting better, strong, hungry kid. But Canelo is his elder, and I don't really see him beating Canelo. You know what I mean? I don't really see him getting over on Canelo.
Hey, yo, boxing is something, right? Because David Benavidez deserves that fight more than anybody.
Right.
And but the business of boxing is these dudes, especially when they reach their 30s, they're gonna take fights that's gonna make them money, but also are easier fights. And fans are so much fans of fighters instead of boxing that they just gonna go along and just ride with it.
I don't. To be honest, I feel like if it's like that, if it all right, if you think about Canelo, you think about the money he made. What you still fighting for? Why you even doing this to us? I feel like Canelo torturing us, and I feel like he torturing us because there's plenty of fights. Even if he fought Morrell, people would be more into it than Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is just starting to really spread his wings and really let us know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And I like him. I think he good, but Canelo, I feel like it's just like I'm just gonna play with y'all, like on purpose, and I don't care. But if it's like that, just roll, because I feel like he should be passing the torch to Benavidez. Benavidez deserved it, but again, like you said, he know he know what type of fight that is, and at his age, he not really trying to put up with that. He don't feel like it.
Yo, the crazy thing is, everybody was talking about how PBC was dead, right? It seems like a new rumor comes out about PBC every couple of weeks, and they
Yeah,
dead, they got no money, this person's leaving, that person's leaving, and then something always happens. I didn't expect him to double back, but that's what we get for reacting to other people's news. It's like somebody comes out with a rumor or a report that this is going to happen. Canelo never came out with it. Al Heyman never came out with it, so we don't know what's going on in that back room per se. To know, if there might be turmoil or if something is a definite as opposed to they're just being talks.
you know what's crazy? They do that shit a lot in boxing, and we sometimes we get fooled by it. You're right. If you ain't hearing from the horse's mouth, we gotta stop holding on to shit. Yeah, I mean, we gotta stop holding on to information that ain't definite. Because he never really said he was out. And from our understandings, from the beginning, it was supposed to be a 3-fight deal. So
Mm.
I think whatever paperwork he signed, he wouldn't have been able to leave anyway. I mean, not that easy. And it was a lot of back and forth. And then here we go. You get Jaime Munguia on PBC. But what I'm wondering now though is why he chose Jaime Munguia. That's what I'm wondering. Because it's not an easy fight. It's not easy, but it's like why him though? You know what I mean?
It was reported that PBC wanted Jaime Munguia. That they think the fight would make money. Mexico versus Mexico. Um, to me, I think it's an easy fight. I think Canelo washes Jaime Munguia. Like I think Canelo is gonna put boots to asses. Pause. But I think he's just gonna mop the floor with Jaime Munguia. Just skill set, experience. Yo, a lot of people they be hating on Canelo. He's a bad motherfucker, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bad motherfucker. And if you're not a bad motherfucker, I wouldn't advise you get in there. Or if you're not willing to go all out, I don't think Jaime Munguia is that guy. He's gonna go all out, but I don't think skills and ability wise, he has enough to even make that a competitive fight.
I think Jaime Munguia has too much respect for a guy like Canelo, only because he hasn't been in there with Jaime Munguia. Never even really been in there with a so-called rival. Like he not at the stage where he was out here beefing with a guy, going back and forth on Twitter, all the shit that matters to these guys nowadays. He ain't getting caught up in none of that. He a real humble individual, and I feel like up against a Canelo Alvarez, being as young as he is, I feel like he's going to be too humble about the situation. And I mean, good fighter, tough fighter. He going to let his hands go. He a fighting motherfucker. But Benavidez is more my speed because Benavidez is like, I don't give a fuck about Canelo. I want that fight. Like Benavidez want blood. And I just feel like that's where they're gonna let the fans down. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like a too humble of an approach from Jaime Munguia. I don't think he's really gonna go at Canelo the way David Benavidez would.
That's a good point, Jay. That's a good point. A lot of people want to try to parallel this to Crawford and Boots, even though like the ages is similar, but I think this is a little bit different because I don't think that Canelo can make more money fighting anybody but David Benavidez.
Mm.
I think David Benavidez and Canelo is the biggest fight in boxing currently. I think as far as Crawford goes, Boots would probably be like number 2 or number 3 biggest fights as far as money wise. Canelo would be his biggest fight, but I think Boots will be like right underneath that.
Yeah.
If the money's there, then I feel like the shit should happen, right?
Why
If
wouldn't
the,
it? Why
the
would?
money's
Why
there,
wouldn't it be?
right?
Why wouldn't it be there?
The money's there. I'm take my 85. I got it for you.
I was about to say that type of fight. If you told the fans the pay per view was $100, motherfuckers gonna get that $100. They gonna pay that shit.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? If it was Benavidez, so I mean, great fight. I think Jaime Munguia put up a good fight, but a great fight is David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we need that. And guess what? The same way we thought Canelo was leaving PBC and he went somewhere else and did this and that, guess what? We might be getting David Benavidez after
Might,
Jaime.
might. Yeah. So I ain't even gonna count my chickens before they hatch, or say that he's ducking because if you, I need to see what happens in this 3 fight deal first
Right, right.
because he
Because
could be saving them for last.
like they saying like what's the word clickbait.
Yeah.
People putting shit out there for the clickbait. And we bite right onto it. You know what I'm saying? We believe it.
Right.
You might not believe everything that you read, but somebody that you look at that you be like, oh, that's a source. I could believe that. But really they don't even know.
Nah, not at all. Mill City. No, we ain't get the Ray yet because we gonna start with Canelo, but we definitely getting to that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm in a good fucking mood. Yeah, I am in a good fucking mood. But yeah, as far as like Canelo goes, there's always these rumors that come out, and then a different rumor comes out, and then a different rumor comes out. I feel like boxing fans are too reactionary. It's like everything that comes out, then you got 100 niggas on YouTube that make a video about it, like it's 100% definite. And then they're criticizing guys, and they don't necessarily know like what's actually being negotiated or like what's actually being discussed. Like you hearing from these guys that are 40% right. That was one of the reasons why I stopped breaking news, G. I stopped breaking news because like boxing changes day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute.
Right.
Like you could have like you've been in fights where you agree to the last minute. You never know what's going to happen. So I ain't gonna be out here making myself look stupid when I'm hearing directly from the source that we about to fight this guy, and then fucking 2 days later something changes and you about to fight another guy. So
Yeah. Because it's been like 3 different names. We heard Berlanga,
facts.
Charlo,
Crawford,
Crawford.
Benavidez, Munguia.
Yeah, it's been a bunch of names. So I think we do got to start waiting till it's official. I mean, that'll make it more worthwhile. But we playing the clickbait game right now. You know what I mean? We playing the clickbait game. The shit has changed. And ain't no more waiting for Sports Illustrated. Ain't no more waiting for boxing news and all this. This shit is all over the world. Shit is coming out. So all you gotta do is make something up. But Jaime Munguia, I'm not mad at that fight. but I don't like it because I think Benavidez deserved their shot. You know what I mean? But that might be next.
Yo, I'm cool with it if he faces Benavidez in September. I'm not cool with it if it's somebody else. Now, mind you, I'm not really a Jaime Munguia guy. You think of him a lot higher, higher than I do. Like, to me, he's just another fighter. And
Yeah,
Canelo Alvarez is one of the best in the generation, if not top 3 Mexican fighters of all time. And
yeah,
that shit's heavy. Top 3, like some people
yeah.
got him number 1. I'm not sure yet though. If he beats Benavidez, bro, whew, I don't think that it's a conversation after that.
I can't put him. I can't put him number one because Chavez. He is Mexico, and Chavez for everybody. He care, and he never made a statement about, "Oh, I won't fight another Mexican." "Oh, I won't fight my cousin." Chavez fight anybody,
True.
anybody. So I can't put him over Chavez. Can't do that.
The
I
Mo
love.
Daniels, my boy.
Mm-mm. What is looking like though, Mill? What you got next?
Uh
As we jumping into the Ray Ford situation,
Man, let's jump right into that shit, man. Let's jump right into that shit.
it's time.
Go, you go first, man, because I'm gonna go off.
All right. So first of all, I didn't know too much about Otabek. You know what I mean? To be honest, but remember when I told you I watched him, a big guy, which he was. You know what I mean? Wasn't real fast, but good and strong. Um, he definitely got some pop on his punches. He definitely active. What I didn't see on the previous tapes was the footwork. He uses his legs a lot. Well, he uses his legs a lot against Ray, and I thought that was a good game plan. But I think where Otabek got carried away was he overworked himself. What I mean is he let a lot of punches go. He threw a lot of punches. And I'm not saying you shouldn't throw a lot of punches, but he let a lot of punches go. Some of it was necessary, some of it was unnecessary. Ray Ford simply just kept in his mind that he was going to get him. You know what I mean? Because Ray was down the first three rounds. The first 3 rounds I had put in the Otabek pocket. You know what I mean? Then Ray come out in the fourth. I felt like Ray won the fourth, or it was a even round, but I felt like he won that fourth. He won the fifth. He won the sixth. He started walking him down. Now, it wasn't the kind of walk down where you was like, Ray definitely gonna stop this guy. Because Otabek was firing back. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it made it exciting. It was one of them fights where you know what I mean? You was sitting on the edge of your seat and you ain't want nobody talking around you. You ain't want to hear nothing. Everybody got to be quiet. Let me see what the fuck is going down. You know what I mean? Was, I felt like Ray was going to the body, but not like I would have liked him to. You know what I mean? I felt like he was working behind his jab, but not enough. You know what I mean? When Coach Anthony told him, yo, you walking up without your punches, like you walking in the shots or you giving him a chance to breathe and let him get off, he was right about that. You know what I mean? But Ray just kept being persistent. He said, after the 6th round, I'm gonna stop him. Watch. You know what I mean? Of course, I don't even think he thought it would happen like that. But what one thing I could say, he stayed consistent with the pressure, and he did break him down. The guy did slow down, but I felt like Otabek did that to himself too. You know what I mean? Ray was putting real good body shots on him, good uppercuts, good hooks, little shit. You know what I mean? But it wasn't looking like it was enough. Sometimes it was like, all right, Ray, that was good. Then do it again. But then he'll wait a little bit. You know what I mean? So I was getting nervous. And I especially got nervous because round 10 and 11, I felt like Ray played it cool. Ray Ray played it cool. He boxed a little bit, stepped around him. You know what I mean? And it was looked like, oh shit, he get ready to give it away. But then in that 12th round, he applied the pressure immediately. You know what I mean? Caught him with a shot. It was a shot. It was a small shot he caught him with first, and he got in a tangle up, and Ray pushed him down. The ref didn't call it a knockdown, but he got up. Ray knew he caught him. He knew he was hurt a little bit. Ray didn't hit him again, I think, with a left hand, buzzed him, and then that's when the shit started. He get to knocking him around the ring. Dude turned his back halfway, almost jumped out of the corner. Ray punched him probably 2 more times. Ref stopped in there. That was some shit you see in movies, bro. Real rap. That was a movie.
Facts. All right, let me get to these super chats real fast. All right, so my man Damone Daniels said if Bud stops Canelo, where would you rank him all time? Hey, yo, I ain't even gonna lie, Damone Daniels. I've been contemplating this. If Bud stops Canelo, I gotta put him. We got to start having a different kind of conversation with Terence Crawford. We got to start having a Floyd Mayweather, a Willie Pep, a fucking Ezra Charles, Archie Moore, fucking Henry Armstrong, Ray Robinson kind of conversation.
Yeah,
That'd be some like super legendary fucking shit. Like to go up 3 weight classes. That's some Henry Armstrong shit. That's shit that Henry Armstrong does.
yeah,
So we gotta start. We gotta start talking about top 10, top 15, and in that. Some people don't really have knowledge of the sport to where as though they only know like your Floyds, your Ray Leonards. Boxing goes back a long fucking time to where as though there's dudes with like Willie Pep got how many victories Willie Pep got? One and some change?
yeah. Like one, I think his shit was like 121 or some crazy shit, something crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys like that with 100 something fights.
Yeah,
But we got to start having that kind of conversation with Terence Crawford doing what he did to Spence. And why I never really rated Spence that high,
yeah,
Canelo Alvarez, I rate Canelo Alvarez high. And to go up 3 weight classes and to stop him, bro,
yeah. That'd be
shit.
insane.
Uh, what's your answer to that?
I don't know. I feel the same way you do. The reason I feel that way is because that's great. That's an accomplishment that nobody would ever see coming. You know what I mean? Nobody would you wouldn't even expect that out of yourself to be turning pro at 135 pounds, win a title at 35, 40, 47, and then going to 68. You know what I mean? The guys attempt shit like that, but they never really fully pulled through. Even Bernard, he took some time at 160. He was there for years. You know what I mean? He skipped 68, went to 75, and won a title. But it still wasn't that big because he coming from 60. But to be coming from 35 and ended at 68 and beating Canelo Alvarez and then stopping him, yeah, that would be insane. I don't know. That's some crazy shit.
All right.
I can't lie. I don't know where you would put him. Can't
Uh,
lie, because I don't like to disrespect the ones before these guys,
yeah.
but that's a hell of a move,
Oh, he brought up the breakfast thing. No, man, I'm jealous, bro.
brother.
And yo, he gonna show us it on the swing pass, right? But then go off camera to get dizzy. Like,
I'm
this dude,
I'm
he disrespectful, yo.
I'm
Get your
multi
man, yo.
I'm multitasking. I got that
That's a
baby.
husky jaw. Bread toasted just right.
Absolutely.
All right, G, we got another super chat. My man Damone Daniels, Ray Ford was the best fight in 2024 easily. What you think?
I said it last night. As of March 3rd, 2024, that right now is my number one fight of the year. Number one fight of the year. It's gonna be hard to top that. It's gonna be hard to top that. Ray did something that we don't really see as of lately. And you know what's crazy? I thought about something. Inoue made a statement about how American fighters don't like getting hit
Mm-hmm.
and they can't take a shot and they can't take pressure. Ray Ford, weeks later, got buzzed a couple times, got hit with some good shots, walked through that shit, stood tall, believed in himself, and took over it. And then stopped the man in the last round. Again, that's some movie shit. Again, you know what I mean? So he deserved a lot of respect, man. He deserved a lot of respect. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and to all the fighters who trying to figure out how to get to this money, that's how you gonna get to the money. When you pull your skirt up and you let your balls just dangle, the money, the money's gonna appear out of nowhere. Trust me.
Hey, yo, I didn't like that. I didn't like that statement by Inoue. I felt like that's a lazy narrative because there are a bunch of American fighters, right? America has so many different styles and different mentalities. And to my knowledge, he's fought one American fighter, Cool Boy, and you caught
Right.
Cool Boy with a shot. But to label, that's like me fighting one Mexican dude and be like, yeah, yeah, all Mexican fighters. No, it's they're
But
go ahead.
no, but no, but no, but listen, there's some truth to what he's saying though. Tell you why. Where he from, that's what he believe. He not wrong. You know why he not wrong? Because in this game, you're gonna have to get hit. And he said that because it's a lot of fights out here where you see a guy could take over if he take a chance. And these motherfuckers not taking chances. Now, it sound a way because it's coming from him and he basing it off of Cool Boy. But could that be why the fight was so easy? Because his mentality is I don't give a fuck what I gotta go through. I'm gonna prepare the way I need to prepare because I know this motherfucker can fight. But I know if I start putting my hands on him, he gonna start showing a little bit of emotion where he don't want to be in here with me.
This is why I don't like the notion. Is like you're labeling a whole country with think about how many styles America has, right? Slick or no, I'm not even gonna take it there. Just for every dude that don't like to get hit, there's a dude that's with the shits, right? So for every if dudes want to criticize Shakur for how he won against Edwin De Los Santos, right? Number one, he got the W, but number two, for every Shakur, there's a dude that take a bunch of chances. Sometimes we get on our fighters for taking too many chances in Philly. To
Right,
whereas though as soon as a dude step to them instead of boxing smart, what's the first thing they do? You got fighters. One of your fighters, I ain't even gonna say his name,
right,
but one of your fighters, as soon as somebody stepped to him, he abandoned the game plan and be like, all right, well, let's get it then. You know what I mean?
right.
And for every one of those, there's a guy that Inoue is talking about. If not, there's more of the guys that are with the shits that Inoue's talking about. So I feel like it's a lazy narrative. Why it's true for some fighters, for you to label a whole country's style as that, nah, man, it's not reality.
But this, but now listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree with you, but I'm thinking about it from his eyes. When I was a kid, I thought all Asians did karate. You understand? I thought all Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, I thought they all did karate. That's not true. So we know what he's saying is not true, but from his eyes, from his part of the world, Americans don't like getting hit in the face. When you start punching on them, they start showing different, like they showing you that they getting to you. You know
Mm,
that I'm getting to you. You letting me in. You start breaking mentally. Ray Ford showed that not every American fighter is like that, like we know. But him coming from Japan, he don't know that. Because how many Americans he really dealing with every day? How many Americans he talking to? Especially black Americans. You know what I'm saying? I've been so like I said, I'm gonna go back to when I was young. I was watching Bruce Lee movies. I thought every Asian boy knew karate. And I was wrong. You know what I mean?
yo, but like you said, you were wrong, right?
Yeah. And he
Inoue's
wrong.
wrong. Inoue's
Yeah.
wrong, right?
No, he wrong. Yeah.
I mean, you making an assumption because Mexican Americans, that's a style, right?
Yeah.
You got the you got the come full black like you got a whole bunch of just different styles. Like them dudes from Texas, they with that. That's
Yeah.
they style. They not slick. They gonna give you a high guard and straight to it. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Nah, man. I
We
I,
gonna get
I
busy.
can't. But as far as Raymond Ford goes, bro, I've been covering Ray since his debut. That was around the time where I first started. One
Right.
of my Ray's one of my first interviews. And to see his transformation, his maturation process, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I was going through it yesterday.
Yeah.
I was going through it. I woke my old lady up. I was fucking snapping in the crib.
Yeah.
Yo, I got into this line of work because my last line of work was stressful. I hated it and I loved this shit. These kids are gonna kill me, bro. Cause I'll be yelling and fucking screaming in my G voice. Where's my stab? Give me my stab.
Yeah, I need that.
Ray walking forward without his jab. I'm-
Yeah.
I'm- but as far as the performance goes, man, that was some legendary shit. Like when they tell the story of Raymond Ford, or when they talk about Philly boxing or the Philadelphia area boxing, because Ray's from like a 5-minute walk in Camden. When they talk about this style, like this area, that's what that was yesterday. He fucking
Mhm.
bit down. He was up against it. I didn't agree with the scorecards. I had it a little bit closer, but he was up against it. Stopped the dude with 7 seconds left, yo. What
Mhm.
the fuck, man?
Mhm.
And a
Hey,
lot of
Will,
dudes. Go ahead.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is boxing as interesting to you still as it was when you first started covering?
No,
It's not.
no. I know
Why
too
you
much.
say-
I know too much.
Okay.
I feel like and I feel like it's y'all fault. Y'all did this to me.
Mm,
But once you get in it and you find out all the little dirty shit,
mm,
like all the times they stacked the deck, like just all the little intricacies and A side, B side, and what that really entails, and me thinking that a fight is straight up, but this dude then got called in a week's notice when they knew they was gonna fight this dude 8 weeks ago. Like I just get to the point now, G, where shit like that last night makes me still love boxing. But
right.
then I see a whole bunch of Jones where fucking Jermaine Ortiz versus Teofimo Lopez is 117, 111. I shouldn't have to fucking explain to a casual fan the business why somebody won when that's not what the fuck they saw with their own eyes. So that's
Right.
one of the reasons why I feel the way I feel with boxing. Yo.
Yeah. I understand. I had
Well,
to
we
ask you that.
got to get to the super chat real fast. How do you think Osheki and Ray Ford play out at 130? I'm biased. So Ray's my youngin. I think Ray beats Oshaki. But if I'm going to analyze it analytically, um, Oshaki makes himself available too much sometimes. And I think if you put him in there with a very slick athletic fighter who's a southpaw and who's not having to cut those extra 4 pounds, Raymond Ford could beat you in a multitude of ways, as you can see last night. And I think that I think Ray keeps Oshaki Foster. I think he keeps him off balance in certain parts of the fight, and just I'm going to say drop scene probably mid rounds, straight left hand, right hook. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes Oshaki gets fat with his punches, and I feel like Ray, yeah, catch him with some sharp shit in between them shots.
I say it's a 50-50 fight. Oshaki has found new life with his more disciplined way of living. You know what I'm saying? Oshaki understand he put his back up against the wall, his own back, and he had to fight his way off. And he's been doing that. And he's been putting on good fights. He's been putting on some good fights. It's not like he getting in there and just having it being given to him. They
Mm,
almost they're when it comes to their story, they're almost the same guy. Almost. You know what I mean? They're almost the same guy. You know what I mean? When we talk about the tough upbringings, you know what I mean, not being known to now the world knows who you are. And both of them are recently world champion. They recent world champions. So it's not
mm,
like they've been having these joints for 5 years and shit like that. So the energy is there on both sides. I feel like Osheki has a nice style to him, but like you say, he take chances at time and he open up a little too much. He do a little too much at times.
mm,
Ray, Ray sometimes don't do enough to me. Even though Ray undefeated. Ray undefeated because Ray take to get the win. Ray do what it take to get the win. But Ray Ray is also stronger than what we think. You know what I mean? So I feel like him going up to 30 helps him. But O'Shaki already being at 30 and being who he is at 30, he's going to feel like I'm not letting you come up here and beat me. So you guess what? That's going to be a great fight. We in for another banger if they do fight.
They start talking crazy to each other
Of
after the
course.
fight. Oh man, so that's definitely a joint to look forward to.
Because
First,
Ray is threatening with a home invasion. You know what I'm saying?
yo, 153 people in here, only 27 likes. Show us some love, man. Let's get them likes up, man. Show us some love, man. This is the real. This ain't no studio shit, man. You come on GHB TV, YSM, there's pit bulls in the background. You see my man G being a dad. We out here. We really out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Baby wipes, diapers, platters.
Yeah, all
It's
that,
going
man.
down. It's going
You
down.
see where your super chats is going right there, man.
Calm down, baby girl.
Yeah, but I like the fight. I think that's him, Lamont Roach, Hector Garcia. It's a bunch of fights for Raymond Ford at 30 if he decides to move up. I know he said he was going to move up in a post fight interview, but I also seen him and Eddie talk in the back. And Eddie was like, "Yo, what about unifying real quick?" And Ray said, "If it's quick, I'll do it."
Yeah. Let's get me right. And I think Eddie will do it. Eddie will get him right back in there. It's gonna take a good month and a half for that cut the hill up, but I mean he'd be right.
Yeah.
And
Yo,
he motivated to stay in the gym.
salute to Coach Reg, Coach Ant, to Ray. Great fucking game plan, great adjustments, great motivation. Yo, they did an excellent fucking job yesterday, man.
Yeah,
Excellent job.
yeah. That was a great performance. Great. He kept him in it too with the coaching.
A
Cause he
lot of
was
people,
go ahead.
a lot of people are critical of Coach Ant, saying, he's just a YouTube, Instagram guy.
Yeah.
But Coach Ant definitely showed his mettle last night.
No, he kept him in it because I'm gonna tell you why. He kept it instructional, but it was like encouraging at the same time. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't. He one time Ray had a tough round, and Ray said, "Did I win that round?" He said, "Yeah, you won that round. You're doing great." I felt like he lied to him, but he lied to him in a good way. He lied to him in a good way because he wanted to keep him motivated and he wanted him to get him to letting his hands go. So I thought that was a great move on Coach Anthony. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
He could have said, no, you lost that round, and then Ray could have panicked. You know what I'm saying? Went out there and did some wild shit. But he kept it together.
Oh man, that was a great draw. The good thing about that, bro, I got so much fucking sparring in my phone from Ray.
Yeah.
I'm about to let that drop. I'm about to let
Real
that
shit.
drop, bro.
Real shit.
Legendary performance, man. Fuck, yo. And a lot of people don't give him credit. Yo, he's had a tough road. Think about Ray 17 fights. Fucking Jesse Magdaleno, the boy Aaron Perez, Vasquez, they were undefeated. The African kid that he stopped, he was like 26-2. And then Otabek. Otabek's a fucking good fighter, bro. Oh
And
my
guess what?
god.
Nobody, when it came to this fight, right? When they talked about power, they talked about Otabek's power. They didn't
Yeah.
talk about Ray power. They didn't even talk about Ray punching period. They made it like, he's just a boxer. He go in there and stop him in the last round, yeah. And it may not have been due to power, but it's his willpower. You know what I'm saying? He stayed
Mm.
with us all night. He stayed on that boy ass ever since the fourth round, man. That was a great fight, man. Great fight.
Yo, you know who predicted late stoppage, bro?
Who?
Boots.
Yeah. That's
I thought
crazy.
it was. I had it 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5. I thought in pockets that Otabek was going to be tough, but then Ray was going to separate himself late.
Right.
All right, we got another super chat. My man Damone Daniels. Dev, tons of heart and sparring versus Tank 16. No quit. We definitely gonna get to that. We'll get to that in like the last 20 minutes. Give me the fights you want to see Raymond Ford in. What next?
You gotta give me if he I don't want to I want for some reason he know his body, right? He know his body and he want to go to 30. So I go to 30 and let's go straight to the money. Oshaki, my man, is it Ray Vargas? No, Ray Vargas not 30. He's
Ray
26.
Vargas is at 26. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's 26. But Ray Vargas got a title at 26, don't he? Or he had
Yeah.
one?
No, he still got a title at 26. If
All right,
I'm not
so
mistaken.
look, Ray Vargas, if he stay at 26, or it's another guy. Then if you're gonna go up, I like Oshaki Foster. I like what's my guy? Lamont Roach. I like any big fight for him. I think he deserve it. I just think he deserve it. I think after you fight like that, man, and you put it all on the line, and you stay on the gas the entire fight. That's tough to do, man. So many guys break mentally. I've seen guys break in 3 rounds in an amateur fight. So to be able to keep it together for 12 rounds, you know what I mean? Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Fucking
Any big fight for him.
phenomenal performance, man. Phenomenal performance. One of the best that I've ever seen. Oshaki Foster did the same thing where he stopped the kid in the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Ray did it with fucking 7 seconds to go. So it's like it was the equivalent of hitting a fucking half court buzzer beater. You know what I'm saying? Championship
For
half
all the
court buzzer
marbles.
beater. Let's go.
For all the
And
marbles.
yo, you don't even stop running. Like you shoot it and then just keep running to the tunnel with your hand up. Like,
But he totally changed Komatov's whole demeanor. The way he looked at the end of the fight, like he didn't know where the fuck he was at. But in the beginning, he was this big old monster.
mhm.
Sometimes it's the extra work you put in, man. Sometimes it's the extra work.
All right, we got another $2 super chat. My man Rondo. I
Rondo,
feel like
appreciate
Ford to get over on Foster. I got Raymond Ford in that fight, and I would love to see it next. That don't mean it's not a tough fight though, but I edge it to Ford 60 to 40, 55-45. Yeah.
hey, he earned the right. He stole. I said on Instagram, he stole boxing last night. For maybe a day, for maybe a week, Ray Savage stole boxing. Boxing
Savage
belongs to
time. Let's go.
it belongs to him for at least a week. He owned the game.
Let's go. Oh man, shit, yo.
And if
I'm
it's a
gonna have to.
party in Camden, we gotta go, Mel.
Oh, we out. Oh, we out, man. It's gonna be a bunch of young boys with Pooh Shiesty masks on. Yeah.
Damone Daniels, appreciate the love, bro. Ford is a star. I'd pay to see him fight on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
He earned that right.
Yo, you know what's crazy though is that when we would tell people about some of these guys and we would brag and we would boast, people kind of people kind of viewed it as us being homers, us being biased. But the reality is, sometimes you see something in these guys early before they actually get on the stages and actually prove it.
Yeah.
Last night, Raymond Ford proved exactly what everybody in the area always knew. Number one, he has the skills, but not only just that, skills is a major part of it, but it's not the only part. You saw his soul last night. He
Mm-hmm.
dug deep when he needed to, when he had to.
Mm-hmm.
That's some shit you can't buy, man.
That was a great fight. Great fight.
Oh yeah, with the layoff, he was waiting. He was waiting for them to what's the dude's name? What the fuck is his name? That's supposed to fight Lee Wood. Yeah, Lee Wood held the belt,
Oh,
and
okay.
Ray was waiting for them to order that. Top rank and they snuck Otabek a quick fight in Mexico, get the rest off. Ray
Mm-hmm.
was coming in there just fresh off the layoff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Socks with flip flops.
Let's get it. What we got next, Mel?
I guess we sparring session.
Yeah, the sparring
Let's
session.
talk. Let's talk about it, man.
I mean, I felt like showing me a minute and some change of highlight reels, I feel like that's getting over on the people. You know what I mean? These guys are both better than that. And y'all gonna show us a mixtape like we stupid. But Tank was on his ass. Tank was on his ass. That's what Tank do. You know what I mean? Dev being 16. Some people say, I saw one of his coaches, Tank coaches said, Tank used to spar grown men at 16, and and he used to do good with them and this and that. Everybody's everybody's different. Everybody growth is different. Everybody go about shit differently. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney was in there with a prime, I ain't gonna say prime, maybe prime, Tank Davis, who took him light and tried to get him the fuck out of there. And guess what? Was on his way to doing it. But
Mm-hmm.
Devin Haney at 16 kept it together. Did he get his ass whooped in that clip? Was he getting his ass whooped or getting ran down in that clip? Yeah, he was. But he survived it. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand what that does for a fighter. You know what I mean? How you evolve from a situation like that. People try to laugh about it and bid about it, but a lot of the motherfuckers laughing and bid never had nobody on their ass like that. They never in their life had nobody on their ass, relentlessly chasing them the fuck across the street, throwing them up against the school bus, jump right back on top of them, kick them in their back. You ain't never had nobody do that to you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was like. But he weathered the storm, and he finished to the point where they said they want some money. I don't care about all that part. I want him to fight now. Fuck that. When some shit like that come out about me, I'm ready to rumble.
Facts. Facts. Hey, to nobody. No, I'm not from Camden. I'm from Philly, which is like right around the corner. But
Mm-hmm.
like I've known Ray ever since he was a kid, like making his debut. I know his peoples. So I'm not even happy. I'm fucking elated. Right?
Yeah,
You can't even bring me down right now, bro.
yeah,
You can't even bring me down. Uh my man Damone Daniels said, for momentum, please interview him and promote him more. I do a lot of Raymond Ford interviews. Um, but I can give you more. I got to get the people what they want. I can give you more.
for sure.
Uh, another super chat by Damone Daniels. Bill said he won the bet. So can we see the entire tape? All right.
Right,
So my takeaway is that they did win the bet. It was a 40-minute sparring session. I don't like posting highlight sparring simply because it's not telling you the full story. You giving me what you want to give me. So if you're not gonna post the whole thing, then don't post it at all.
right,
That that's my stance. And there's a reason why they decided to post a minute and 30 seconds because they wanted it to look a certain way. Now,
right.
he was getting worked over in those minute and 30 seconds. But they did win the money. So that makes me believe that there's a lot more to that sparring session than what was shown. So yeah, man. Yeah, to me, it's not a big deal, especially it was 10 years ago. Tank's a different fighter, Dev's a different fighter. But if that was what all the hoopla was over, then to me it actually makes Dev look good because to be in there with a fighter of that talent level at 16 and be able to hold your own and then outlast them, that says a lot.
Yeah. I got asked the other day about when I took Brill out there to spar Tank. He was like, "Why you leave if you was getting paid?" I said, "It ain't about the money. As long as I see my horse can run, if we in training camp, right, and I put my horse in there with a world class horse, as long as I can see, as long as I see my horse running alongside the world class horse, I know I have a world class horse. Why would I have to keep seeing them run 50 times? I don't want to see that because I seen enough. I seen it twice. Cool. That's all I need. So what I'm trying to say is translate that to Devin Haney being 16, Tank being 19 or 20. They both on the rise. They both established as amateurs, but now professionals, but we just ain't get to that world class level yet. But we both mean and nasty. Now, he didn't look good on the clips that we saw, but the saying is he won the money. Everybody do agree on that he won the money, right?
Mm.
So that means he ran with the world-class horse. If you running with a world-class horse, even if it's a small gym bet, that means you a world-class horse. You know what I mean? So that's what I take from it. If Tank is a world-class horse and he was trying his best to knock this man out and couldn't knock him out, that means the man good enough to be in the ring with him. Now you remove that 10 years later, they both on top of the world. We need to fight now. We need to fight.
In my eyes, 1 to 2 years, that's the biggest fight in boxing. That's going to be the new Spence and Crawford. I already see how the people's going. Shouts out to my man Dr. Vel Sharp for the $2 super chat. Yo, bro, we really appreciate this, man. Showing us love, man. Where'd you say this money's going, Jay?
This money all goes to baby wipes, Pampers, and platters. I appreciate the love. I cannot show my baby on the internet. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I can't put my baby's face on the internet. Just imagine me without the mustache.
That's too crazy. All right, my man Damone Daniels, $5 super chat. Yeah, let's go. Yo, my man Damone be showing crazy love, bro. I appreciate you so much. You've been rocking out since day one. He comes from my man Bushido's boxing channel. Dev is moving like I want my favorite guy to move, like a true champ. All the smoke. Tank and his team seem to be making excuses not to make the fight with that. All right, so Damone, I'm gonna give you some insight, right? They've already negotiated this fight. They started right after Lomachenko. But you got to understand that like fights of this magnitude, there's going to be some back and forth. They're going to drop out of negotiations. They're going to hop back in. We're going to get this fight. It's too big. It's too big, especially after that buzz from a sparring session, bro, from 10 years ago. Got the whole world going crazy. Yeah.
Real
Definitely.
shit.
All right, my man
Appreciate the
Rock
love.
Israel for the dub. Appreciate you, bro. Salute, hit the like button and subscribe. Everybody talking Tank and Dev, big money. But oh, you see Tank versus Inoue being the biggest fight in a long time. Yeah, I mean, if it happened, yeah,
That's a different joint. That's Bruce Lee versus what's my man name? Bolo. Remember the diesel Chinese boy? Used to be choking shit out.
right. All right, we got Lauren Egger in the building. What's up, Lauren? I don't want to see that though. I don't want to see a dude jump up 2-3 weight classes after he already moved up, kind of like the Crawford Canelo one. Like I'm probably the only person that I don't want Crawford to have to jump up 3 weight classes. Like there's plenty of fights that can be made at 154, 160. That's a hell of a jump. Now, if he did it gradually, then I want to watch. But the one jump against the best 68, one of the greatest fighters of all time, I feel like that's giving up too much. And I feel like certain fighters always got to give up so much to get opportunity. And I feel like it's unfair.
What are Damone Daniels? What are pay-per-view numbers for Canelo versus Bud? That's crazy.
I think it does $1 million.
That's crazy.
I think it does.
That'd be a crazy fight. I ain't gonna lie. Tank and Inoue is a crazy fight.
Which is more competitive? I'm gonna ask the chat. Canelo, Bud, Tank, Inoue.
I don't know. They both crazy. That's crazy, bro. I don't know, bro. What if they was on the same card? How about that?
Bro,
The fucking pay
that's
per
gonna be
view
like
be.
$200.
I was about to say that should be a deuce, bro. Pay per view would be crazy. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. My man, so let's go ahead and get this early service in. So we getting this early service in.
Wow.
Go ahead. He said, "Go ahead and pass that plate around."
Yo, he
Get
had
it
the
over there.
toothpick. He had the toothpick in his mouth. He's like, yeah, pass it around there. Hey,
we
nigga,
gonna we gonna bring the plate around one more time.
bring the plate around one more time. Bring the plate around one more time.
Appreciate the love, man. Real shit. We in here. Got my man Mill from YSL, man. This was his idea. So we're gonna be doing this every Wednesday night, Sunday morning.
Yo, man. Y'all been getting on us for years about doing a podcast. Well, this is the start. This is the taster. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's the taster.
Small taste test.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We'll see how you like this, man.
Send it to your grandma, man. Tell her let me know something.
Hey, yo, man. Yo, somebody gonna end up shooting you over their grandma, yo.
No,
You gonna
I
be eating up all the butterscotch candy.
ain't.
You gonna be- they gonna come the candy dish empty. Like, what's
The
going on,
Werther's
man?
Originals.
Right? Yeah, that's when grandma had money. You know what I'm saying? That's how you the Werthers didn't just come out, right?
Yeah,
It was the dollar store butterscotches and fancy occasions. That's when the Werthers came out.
yeah, real shit. Come on, you creep. You coming on here talking about paws. Shut up, you mutt.
Oh man, great night of boxing. With the Jake Paul card, main event got canceled because something happened with Amanda Serrano's eyes. I hope
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
hope a quick recovery. That shit ain't
Yo,
nothing to
but
play with.
who was that Jake Paul was fighting?
I think the kid from like Montana, something like that, had a solid record, but and I got no issue with him taking fights like this because they're developmental fights that anybody else would have to take. So I'm just glad he's fighting real boxers. As long as
Yeah,
they
but
real boxers, I'm with it.
I feel like the momentum is like somewhere else. And if you gonna fight that guy, he might as well fight me. Get it popping for real, for real.
I want that fight, man.
Jake Paul scared to death of me.
Mike Lenardi, Nikisa, Jake Paul, Greg Hackett,
Yeah,
Madison Square Garden. Let's make it happen.
let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Benavidez won it down now with moving up in weight. Watered down. Well, Benavidez ain't go up yet, so
Yeah, it's a wait and see, man.
Damone Daniels, appreciate the love, bro. Greg, I rock with you and YSM. I love the kids. YSM love the kids. Salute y'all. Bushido put me on YSM. Love Philly cheesesteaks. Have you seen a better fighter than the prime Roy Jones Jr.? Love. Block these freaks, Greg. You know I'm gonna block the freaks. Um, a, a fighter better than Roy Jones. I'm gonna tell you this, man. When Roy Jones had the flame, it wasn't nothing like it because Roy just wasn't beating people. Every round was a show. Every round was his own show. Roy was doing different shit every round. He was trying shit on guys. An idea would pop in his head, and you would see it come right out in the ring. And then some people would say, "Well, some of those guys wasn't that good." This and that. You always got to respect the man trying to punch you in your face. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. You can't take nobody light. And Roy made this shit fun for boxing. Roy changed the style of boxing, just like Floyd changed the style of boxing. And now I believe Jerron Boots Ennis, honestly, is going to be the next fighter to change the style of boxing. Now, that's not saying that the Shakurs and Tanks and those guys are not better. It's not that. What I'm saying is he has an electric style, something that just connects you to him. It's like, damn, what would make a guy want to do that? I wonder if I could try that. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jerron Boots Ennis is the next guy to change the style of boxers in America, at least. You know what I mean? Because he just got it all. And the reason I'm saying that is we're not gonna fake it. A lot of guys already took a style of attire. The way when he come in with the furry hoodie and all of those shit and the fur arms and all that. Boots was the first one doing all that freaky shit. You know what I mean? With the fur. Not the first one to ever wear fur, but the way he put the combination together, the colors together, real colorful. You know what I mean? A lot of guys started doing that. A lot of guys just his mannerisms. A lot of guys are taking up his mannerisms. Guys are coming from around the world to come train with him. So I think after a Roy Jones, after a Floyd, I really think Boots Ennis is the next guy to really change, you know what I'm saying, boxing and really have that type of flame. You know what I mean? Because we haven't seen the best out of him yet. We really haven't seen the best out of him yet. The more he goes up in weight, and the more the competition stiffens up, he's going to get meaner, sharper. You know what I mean? More nasty, all around great fighter. You know what I mean?
As far as I go, I've never seen anybody better than Roy Jones.
Mm.
At their best, only dudes that come to mind that was on that level at their best. Cassius Clay, Floyd Mayweather Jr. That I saw in their prime. I never seen Ray Robinson in his prime.
Pernell
But
Whitaker.
yeah, Ray Leonard, bro.
To
But
me,
Roy Jones, the baddest motherfucker I've ever seen at
to
his
me,
best.
to me, guys like Pernell, guys like Roy, Floyd, they in their own class for real, for real.
Mm.
You know what I mean? They in their
Yo,
own class.
when you talked about styles, right, and guys that changed the style of boxing,
Yeah.
I agree with that sentiment because you got like Mike Tyson changed the style of boxing. Like yo, if y'all watch basketball, I'm gonna give you the perfect analogy. Kobe and AI. Kobe's a better basketball player than AI. AI changed the style of basketball.
Mhm.
Kobe didn't change the style of basketball because Kobe's style of basketball is Mike's style of basketball, essentially. Mike
Mhm.
changed the style, AI changed the style, Steph Curry changed the style, right? You got some dudes that just come around and they just show you something different that you like, yo, you 6, 7 years old. The first thing you going out into the boxing ring or the fucking basketball court, yo, I gotta try that. And then you add your spin on it.
Yeah. So besides Bud, who do you guys think Boots can fight that can really display how great he will be in the future? I think it's going to be guys like Jamel Charlo. I think it's going to be guys like Tim Zoo. I think it's going to be guys like that. Fundora, guys where he could really exercise his shit, but where he's going to be forced to because of the size of these guys. All of those guys are intimidating, you know what I mean, in their own right. And Boots going to have to figure a way out. Not a way out, but like figure a way around them, you know what I mean, to beating them. And I think that's where we're going to see the best Boots in this when he fighting them type of guys because they bigger guys and it's more on the line. You know what I mean? And it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad for a lot of dudes because Boost is really just starting to open up. He really ain't even open up yet. Y'all saw that with Romain Villa. You know what I mean? He opened up a little bit. He kept it basic, but then he started opening up and he gave y'all the slow motion shit and all that old crazy shit. I mean, turning his head, doing the 360s and all that old crazy ass. It was looking like an N1 mixtape out there. I felt like it
Yeah.
was I felt like it was '01.
Yo, I asked him, I'm like, yo, bro, like, did you know that you was gonna do that? He was like, nah, I just did it. I'm like, yo,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like when you in the ring, what tells your body just like, all right, slow down. All right, go. All right, slow down. Go to slow motion. All right, extend that right hand off the right hand, pivot out. Then you're gonna come back with another right hand. Then you're gonna stare at him. Real shit.
he was out of pocket for that, bro. He was
Real
out of pocket.
shit.
But right now, like right after that fight, in that TikTok, that shit was going crazy on TikTok, right? There's a
Right.
9-year-old that seen that shit, went in this fucking bedroom and started playing around. And in 20 years, he gonna be the next guy. He gonna be doing shit that's like way better than what Boots did. And that's what this is, man.
Yep. Because we in Philadelphia where a lot of these guys get to run in the boots and they get to watch him train and shit. And I be seeing it in the gym. And I told one day I had to curse one of my fighters out. I said, man, stop trying that shit you see Boots doing, man. Boots Boots is years removed from working on his basics, even though he works on his basics. He's past the point where he can try shit like that. You little dudes gotta relax, man. You gotta learn the game first. They want to go right into the tricks. And
Right.
that's the dangerous thing about a boot style. It's so influential that guys will be trying that shit and be getting hurt. You know what I mean?
Yo, at the Boots Media workout, right? Salim Bey. If y'all never heard the name, remember that shit. He's next. Salim Bey. Salim is watching Boots Media workout, bro. He's not saying a fucking word, right? He's just sitting there, eyes real low, and you can tell he's still in shit right now. I like that. I'm gonna take that. Nah, that's not for me. No, I'm gonna take this. Okay, that's how you do that. I'm gonna take that, right? And that's what the great ones do. The great ones take everything from every great fighter that they see, even fighters that's not considered great, but they take stuff from the past or the present, they add it and they become the future.
Mm-hmm.
And they add their little spin on it. Don't forget that part. They remix it.
Super chat question. Molly Mall. Am I crazy for thinking Abdullah Mason beats Andy Cruz?
Yes.
Is he crazy, Mill?
Yes.
Tell him
Not
why
at
he's crazy.
not at this point in time. Abdul is a young man and Andy Cruz is a fucking monster,
Mm-hmm.
Eh, I think Abdul is going to be one of those guys. I'm
Mm-hmm.
really high on him, but not right now.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Cruz is a next level thinker, too much experience. Abdul is a young man. We got to let him develop.
Mm-hmm.
And Marley Marl's my man, but nah, bro. This nigga Andy, he only shown you this much, yo. This much. And
Mm-hmm.
Abdullah got like this much to grow as a fighter. You haven't even seen the tip of iceberg where Abdullah Mason can be and will be.
Mm. That's
Yeah,
crazy because of the age gap too. The age gap is like by like 8 years.
yeah. Hey, Abdullah like 19?
Yeah,
This is almost 10 years. Shit.
yeah, that's crazy. Rondo, super chat, appreciate the love. Boots Ennis versus Xander Zayas will be a big fight one day. They'll probably meet at 160. I got Boots, love the channel, great boxing minds. Appreciate that, Rondo.
All right, yo, we got 5 more minutes. My man Damone Dames with the super chat. G, if you had a prodigy, how would you mold him and train him?
If I had a prodigy, the main thing, if I had a young prodigy, the main thing I would be talking to him about is being distracted. Because when you're young, that's one of the key things is focus. A lot of guys, when we're young, even in our regular lives, our normal lives, we get distracted by so many different things. And in life, you can be so many different things. So that would be my main focus. You know what I mean? Trying to keep understand why he's putting in the hard work.
I'm sorry, G probably getting phone calls right now. That's how the shit go when you get calls.
Yeah,
It
my
takes
bad.
long.
I'm sorry about that. But yeah, just the benefits of hard work, the focus, you know what I mean? And and not being afraid to be yourself. You know what I mean? It's
My
more
man Rock
mental.
Israel, $10 super chat. Shout out to Philly. These guys don't want to see him. He's truly the boogeyman. I think he can run 135 all the way to 154. You talking about Abdullah? Abdullah's a bad motherfucker, bro. I just don't believe in Russian dudes. Just because like Andy got 3 fights and Abdullah got more fights, that in your mind they're on the same level when they're not. Right? Abdullah is an elite level prospect. Andy Cruz is a contender.
Yeah. I think now listen, I think the size of Abdullah Mason, the jab, I think would give Andy Cruz a little bit of trouble. But what Mill is speaking on is Andy Cruz has 2 times the world of experience than Abdullah Mason has even experienced. He's not Abdullah Mason hasn't even really opened up. And it's because the level of competition. He turned pro very young, so he didn't really get to do too much competition fighting the elite men. Andy Cruz has done that twice, where he won 2 gold medals. That's hard to do. It's hard to get one. He go back and double back and get 2 of them. So a guy like Andy Cruz, his confidence level is through the roof, and you can see it soon as you meet him. Very humble individual, but in the ring, he's very sure of every move that he makes. He's not second guessing nothing. Abdullah Mason is at the point where he's still experimenting with his weapons because he's not sure 100%. He is sure, that he can fight, and he can hurt somebody, but he always gonna have that question in his mind. Well, I haven't seen this right here, and I wonder would I be able to get my left hand off with this right here, and I wonder if my jab will work with this guy. You know what I mean? Where Andy Cruz already see what he want because he been in the ring so many times. I mean, he been boxing so long, and he come from a rich boxing country, Cuba. So I don't know. It's just a lot with guys like Andy Cruz, and it's tough to really compare to both.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes we have the tendency that we see so much talent in a fighter, we want to rush him. Ain't no need to rush Abdullah. Abdullah is going to be one of the guys, if not the guy, in the future at those rates. So no need to rush him. No need to.
Real shit.
But yo, we gonna sound off. We gonna slide off real fast. Salute to my man GHB TV, man, hottest boxing channel out there. Subscribe to him, show him some love.
Appreciate you, man.
Want to thank y'all for being in the chat, being with us this Sunday morning, man. Y'all showed a lot of love today. Salute to Raymond Ford, man. Great fucking performance.
And if y'all really knew who Mill was, y'all really would go ahead and subscribe. Mill, a different dude. We'll talk about that later on one day.
I'm not their grandmom's favorite though. That's your title. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you got the big gold belt like Ric Flair. It's his grandmom's favorite.
Why, nigga? I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, Damone, this is the start to it. This is our introduction to it, right?
Yeah.
So
We gonna
we
get it
want to see how
cracking.
this goes, and then we'll give y'all the podcast, man.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Salute, man.
My dog.
GHB TV, YSM Sports Media. We out.
Yes, sir. Get with me.